I manipulated. I manipulated the system.
This is drip. Let's go.
It's another K-Town beat.
YouTube, I'm back. It's your boy, Mr. Outliner. Check me out. You know what I'm saying? 2020. So I came to drop a little knowledge on y'all for the 2020. So people always ask me, about going up on prices for the new year. And, I always ask the question, well, why are you going up? What extra are you doing in order to go up to get your prices up? I know Instagram and, things like that have made it appear to be, more celebrity type thing, more of a popular type thing. So, you see some barbers say, oh, I got $100 lineups. Oh, I got $100 cuts and stuff like that. But in actuality, how do you actually do that, right? And justify doing it, right? So that's the thing. How do you do it, and how do you justify raising your prices? So that's what I wanted to talk about, because the person came to me and was like, hey, I want to raise my prices. That's cool. I'm not against that. So the thing I asked though is, those two questions, so in order for you to raise your prices, this is the moment, waiting for. In order to raise your prices, I believe that you have to create a demand first, right? So when I opened Outliners 4 years ago, I was at $20 a haircut, right? Fast forward 4 years later, I'm at $40 a haircut. Now, the way that I did that is I created a demand at $20. And this is when you know that you need to go up on your prices, because the demand is so high that you can't even fit your regular clients in that you were getting on a normal basis into those scheduling blocks. And also I created, a booking. I used the booking site. I didn't create it, but I used the booking site to my advantage. Now, here's a key strategy that I used that I manipulated. I manipulated the system. I'll tell you how I did it. Is with the booking site. When you have a booking site, you can set your hours, and you can also manually input time slots. So what I did was, on whatever day it was, Tuesday, whatever, because I wanted to train the clients that wasn't on the booking site also. I wanted to train them. And I wanted people to not feel like they had so much access to me all the time, So how I manipulated it was, I would fill in slots that wasn't taken. Right, this is just something I did. So I did it. It worked. I don't know if it'll still work, but I filled in slots. So Tuesday I might just go pick random slots and fill it in. So by the time people start trying to book me, they'll be like, "Dang, I gotta," I'm conditioning their mind to believe that, man, I have to book ahead of time in order to get a service with him. But ahead of time, so because he's always booked. That's the demand part. So, I did that randomly on different days, and I would do that and make my schedule seem full and make people believe, hey, you have to book ahead of time. Fast forward to today, that's really true. I don't even do that no more, but I schedule me a break for lunch, because I realized that if you don't schedule yourself a break, you might not get one. But I did that strategy, and this is a great strategy. I did that to promote myself, to look more busy than I was until I got there. That's what we call faking it till you make it. I did that, in order to do it. And on top of that, I went to classes to further my craft, because I'm an older barber, 20 years in the game. So when I was cutting hair, we didn't use hair fibers, color on lineups and things like that. It was all just basic, And so when I opened the shop, I had to realize that in order to compete, because I'm on Instagram now, I just started Instagram when I opened the shop because I'm not big on social media, right? Like I wasn't into that because, again, I'm from a different era, but I'm just not the type of person that's into that. But I realized in order to be successful and compete and get prices to, where I could make more money, I had to go further my craft also, so I suggest that you do that also along with, creating a demand for yourself, right? With that being said, so, those two things that you want to do. Also, and I use those tactics learn how to use hair fiber, learn how to use color to make my pictures and videos and things like that look better on Instagram. And I just started growing. And so short story real quick, as I was doing this, I'm posting every day. I set a timer on my phone to remind me to post. This is when Instagram was in chronological order. I used to set it at midnight. I'm a night owl, so I stay up and I post at 12 midnight because nobody else was posting. And I knew when people wake up, the first thing they're going to see is me. And so people always ask me, how did you get the celebrity client? Well, that's one of the ways I got the celebrity client because I was posting a lot. In the first major celebrity I've cut one or two before that, just before Instagram type stuff. But what really made me pop was Black Youngster. I cut Black Youngster. I posted it, and they found me just basically on Instagram. It wasn't nothing like I didn't have a direct line to him. I didn't have a hookup. I cut him. Bam. Then I started cutting Chris Sales, the YouTuber that was, married to Queen, and then Armand and Trey and Funny Mike, and I just started cutting like everybody based on these things that I just stated. You know what I'm saying? So it actually works, and it works in your favor if you're proactive with it. You know what I mean? So this is some of the things I wanted to talk about raising your prices. This is some of the things that you got to know. So my client came, then I ended up cleaning myself up. But anyway, so back to what I was saying. So that's what you want to do. You want to use those tactic strategies when you're trying to increase, go up on your prices. And then another thing you can do also, don't necessarily go up on the price of the haircut. I mean, if your haircut's say $25, right? Then you just do tactical things like $5 extra for hair fiber, things like that. Or, $5 extra for color enhancement, $5 extra for your beard, or, whatever, $5 to $10, whatever you want to choose. It's different ways of doing it. $5 shampoo, $5 condition, treatment, whatever. You just find a way. Like when you go to restaurants, they upsell. It's called upselling, is a thing that they do, right? So you just upsell, you just get the ticket up. You try to get the ticket price up. That's the main thing that you want to do. So, those are just some that I wanted y'all to know in 2020. Don't always just be like, oh, I'm going to raise my prices up. Have a firm plan and tactic to go about doing those things. It's not just, oh, I'm going up on my prices because I feel like it's a new year. I want to give myself a raise. Yeah, that's fine. Everybody should. But anyway, that's what I wanted to talk to y'all about. But like I always say, don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. You know how we do it. Until next time, love, peace, and hair grease.